This is by far a game that very few people will fully enjoy. For some players, probably the more casual ones, Death Stranding will be a terrible and extremely boring game, filled with repetitive missions that always have the same goal and no variety. For others, it will be a game that surprises with its mechanics and integrates them well into its story, delivering a gameplay style never seen before. Lastly, some will consider it rather imperfect, with a solid story and surprising concepts, but with gameplay limited by overcomplication. It is a title that very few will replay. It's stressful, demanding, and at times makes us wish it would end soon, testing the limits of our patience. Death Stranding turns the simple process of transporting items from one place to another, a routine task in video games, into its core gameplay, adding unnecessary parameters and information that make the process feel endlessly complex and dull. On the other hand, the story behind this gameplay has that Kojima stamp that sparks interest in players who crave eccentricity. There is no other game today that even comes close to the strangeness of this title. For some, that's a bad thing. For others, not at all. Because of its concept, the game suffers from pacing issues that become very apparent in the final chapters, where everything comes together and plot twists are delivered in the least effective way possible. Not to mention that 90% of the dialogue is pure exposition. Every mission is designed for patient players who are determined to get something good out of this experience. Because there are some very good things, like the visuals and soundtrack, which make our journeys more bearable. The action segments feel a bit outdated, and it's clear that development focused more on other departments. That's Death Stranding, a game that very few will enjoy, very few will finish, and very few will understand. A title that clearly emphasizes the importance of relying on one another as human beings and staying united through hardships. An eccentric game, just like its creator.